All right, Kreg Wagner, welcome back. I'm UAR Legal Counsel.
Peter Christensen, UAR Forums Chair.
Well, we want to talk about an exciting change to the real estate purchase contract, or the REPC. It is not a wholesale change. There's only one section that's being added and modified, and that's under Section 4.3. So looking at the change, we want to scroll down, and this should look somewhat familiar with regards to the real estate brokerage payment addendum, because the language is very familiar and similar to that. So here you have this new section. Basically what it does, it allows the buyer to ask the seller if the seller is willing to compensate the buyer's brokerage. Because again, there's some benefits to the seller to agree to something like that, and obviously there's some benefits to a buyer to have that obligation to compensate their brokerage offset by the seller. So it allows them to do that, and then it authorizes the escrow closing office to accomplish that. Any additional considerations as to what this section does?
Well, I'd just highlight that this is not a new concept. This has been allowable for a long time, that the buyer and seller can negotiate those fees, those brokerage fees, and who will pay them directly in the purchase contract. And that's been allowed for as long as I know, in spite of maybe some confusion on that matter in the past. But always been allowed. We've actually had an addendum for, 5-6 years that has facilitated that, but it's now in the REPC directly and will really be a great tool, an option. It's just an option. This could be left blank or zero. Don't leave it blank. But
well, and we even addressed that, though. If it is left blank, we did make it clear then the seller's not obligated to compensate, right? So we did think of maybe that, it's left blank.
Leave it blank.
So for sure.
But yeah, just another way to another term a buyer and seller can negotiate in a real estate transaction that has the main fee being the purchase price, and then a lot of other support fees to contemplate and costs potentially to the buyer or seller that can be negotiated like any other point in the transaction.
Yeah. So certainly if you have any questions, we'll definitely notify you. And I know the Division of Real Estate as well will notify when this becomes available and when you can start using this and benefiting your client. And so this is something to pay attention to on both the buy side and certainly on the list side, because it's now something that potentially has financial implications for the seller. Okay, awesome. Thank you.